In the previous video, we have introduced how to write assembly languages for AMD GPUs. You have seen how these kernels are organized at the instruction level. And starting from this video, we're going to introduce some AMD GPU hardware. And we start with the command processor and the block dispatching process. We try to understand how your code works from the host program side, the kernel launching process, and how the instructions are being executed. So first, let's understand a few concepts: your host program, the CPU, runtime library, and the driver. When you write a GPU program, you first start with the host program. Your host program communicates with the runtime library, which is provided by the GPU vendor. Then, the runtime library also needs to call the GPU driver to fill the requirement. And the GPU driver is considered part of the operating system kernel, and it is a plugin to the operating system. And all the host program, runtime library, GPU drivers run on the CPU. To control the GPU, your GPU driver needs to send commands to the GPU side. And the GPU has a command processor, which is the gateway between the CPU and the GPU. It processes all the command that is sent from the CPU side. This command can include launch kernel command or memory copy command, or there may be some other type of command we may not even aware of. When the CPU launches a command to the GPU side, it adds the command to a command queue, and all these commands in the command queue will be executed in order. And the command queue is nothing special, it's just a part of the GPU memory, and it uses some encoding to represent the commands. The GPU command processor also equips some extra hardware that includes the hardware scheduler and asynchronous compute engine, ACE. Your GPU may have more than one ACEs and more than one hardware schedulers. And in your GPU, you may have many command queues, and there are many commands need to be executed. The hardware scheduler will determine which command queue got executed. The hardware scheduler needs to associate a command queue with an ACE. The ACE will check the command queue and will execute commands one by one. So for example, if it's a memory copy command, the ACE will forward a request to DM engine, direct memory access. And the DM engine will fetch the memory from the CPU side and write into the GPU memory. Assuming those memory copy commands are completed, now we have this kernel command. So in the next video, we're going to talk about the kernel launching process, how the kernel are break down into blocks and are dispatched to the compute unit for execution.